this is Opinion Radar, and if you're anything like me, always on the hunt for affordable, versatile pieces that actually work in real life, then you're going to want to hear about this. Today, I'm sharing my honest thoughts on the NANJI Long Sleeve Bodysuit for women, a $12 find that's been popping up in my feed for months. I'll admit, I almost skipped reviewing it because bodysuits can be such a gamble. Will it stay in place? Are the snaps reliable? Does it require a full outfit change just to use the bathroom? But after seeing so many people swear by it for everything from casual wear to performances, I had to test it myself. I've worn it on errands, nights out, even during dance class, and it's held up in ways I didn't expect. So, is it really worth the hype? Let's dive into what makes this little black, or red, or navy bodysuit stand out in a market full of overpriced basics. Okay, so I recently got the NANJI Long Sleeve Bodysuit, and honestly, it's quickly become one of those under-the-radar staples in my closet that I don't know how I lived without. I was a little skeptical at first. Bodysuits can be hit or miss, especially at this price point. But the minute I slipped it on, I was like, oh, this is different. It's double-lined, which immediately makes it feel more substantial than your average basic top. The fabric is super soft, like seriously so soft, and it hugs your body in just the right way. It's not shapewear, so don't expect serious tummy control. I'll be real about that in a second. But it does give you a smooth, lean silhouette that tucks in beautifully under high-waisted jeans or skirt. I wore it under a sheer mesh top for a night out, and it was the perfect base layer. Snug, seamless, and totally invisible. Plus, it's long sleeve, so it works year-round, especially layered under jackets or cardigans when the weather cools down. One of the coolest things, and something I didn't even realize I needed until I had it, is the snap closures at the bottom. I know that might not sound like a big deal, but trust me, it's life-changing. You can actually use the restroom without having to completely undress, or do the awkward gymnastics most bodysuits require. I wore this to a concert last weekend, and let me tell you, being able to just pop the snaps and go was a total game changer. No more worrying about pulling the whole thing over your head in a gross public bathroom. I've seen people use these kinds of bodysuits for dance performances, costumes, or even as base layers for festivals, and now I totally get why. The snaps make it super practical for real-life situations, not just fashion moments. It's functional and cute, which, in my book, is the holy grail. The fit is slim and runs true to size, at least from my experience. I order my usual size and it fits like it was made for me. Snug but not restrictive, stretchy enough to move in, and it doesn't ride up too much. Well, most of the time. Okay, real talk. There was one moment during a dance class where it started creeping up in the back, and I had to do a little discreet tug in the middle of a routine. So if you're doing a lot of bending or intense movement, you might need to adjust it occasionally. But overall, it stays in place way better than most bodysuits I've tried. The crew neck is simple and classic, not too high, not too low, so it doesn't peek out under most necklines, but still gives you that clean, polished look. And because it's double-lined, you don't have to worry about anything showing through, which is a huge plus when you're wearing it on its own. Now let's talk comfort. I wore this thing all day during a long weekend trip, like from morning errands to dinner out, and I forgot I was even wearing it, which is the highest compliment I can give any piece of clothing. It doesn't itch, it doesn't bunch, and it doesn't feel like it's constricting your breathing. The material is breathable but not too thin, so while it's not exactly thermal level warm, it's cozy enough on its own indoors. If you're planning to wear it in colder weather, I definitely recommend pairing it with some thermal leggings or a warm coat, especially if you're someone who runs cold. I've seen people use it as part of Halloween costumes. Imagine going as a superhero or a smurf, and honestly, it makes total sense. It's like wearing a second skin, but in the best way. One friend said it felt better than body paint. And while I haven't worn body paint yet, I can see how the seamless, full coverage fit would make it a go-to for creative looks. Let's be honest about the color, though. I got the red one, and as much as I love the bold vibe, it wasn't the most flattering on my skin tone. It had a slightly orange undertone that I wasn't expecting, so it didn't give me the rich, classic red look I was going for. No biggie, I'm just going to swap it for a black or navy one because the style and fit were so good. Honestly, that's the beauty of this bodysuit. Even if one color doesn't work for you, the design is so solid that it's worth trying in another. It's also worth noting that since it's so form-fitting, the color really does affect the overall vibe. Black is obviously super versatile and slimming, while lighter shades might show more through layers unless they're perfectly double-lined. But all in all, the quality feels way above its $12 price tag. It doesn't look cheap, doesn't feel cheap, and most importantly, it doesn't pill or stretch out after washing. So, who is this bodysuit really for? In my opinion, it's perfect for anyone who wants a sleek, streamlined look without the hassle. It's great under blazers for a polished office outfit, under jumpsuits or dresses to avoid bra lines, or even on its own with some statement pants for a night out. It's also ideal for performers, dancers, cosplayers, or anyone who needs functionality without sacrificing style. Yes, it's not shapewear, and yes, it might ride up a tiny bit during heavy movement, but those are super minor drawbacks compared to how versatile and comfortable it is. For the price, it's an absolute steal. I've paid twice as much for bodysuits that didn't even last a season. This one, I can already tell it's going to be in heavy rotation. If you've been on the fence about trying a long sleeve bodysuit, do yourself a favor and give this one a shot. It might just become your new wardrobe MVP. If this bodysuit could talk, it'd definitely say subscribe. So I'll do it for her. If you're into game-changing basics that make dressing easy, hit that like button and join the squad. New videos drop weekly to keep your wardrobe fresh, so don't miss out. Tap subscribe and let's get snapped into style together.